A week ago, we first got wind of a Hellraiser game being made by Saber Interactive, and many brushed it off due to the fact that they just assumed it was going to be another ASIM Dead by Daylight clone that was going to die within a week. Well, yesterday, as of about 5 a.m. my time, we got an announcement that it was going to be a single-player survival horror game. Let's talk about it. As you may know, a lot of horror games as of recently have been ASIM games, which have been fun at the start, but eventually die off and stop getting new content frequently. Well, luckily this game won't be getting frequent content, but will be a single-player survival game, which is something this genre has desperately needed for a while. Ever since the explosion of Dead by Daylight, many ASIM games have tried to replicate the success of it, mostly failing. Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out in 2023 and started off amazingly. The first week and a half of that game was perfect, but eventually the content became too slow and there was a drought of things to do within the game, fortunately leading to its inevitable stop in content. The thing that sucks about these games is when they are really good, unfortunately due to license holders and issues that can arise from that, like Friday the 13th, they had to delist the game off every market available. Better yet, the worst example so far, that being Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That game nearly died on arrival due to the fact that many people stereotyped it being an ASIM game. Many knew it was gonna die, and due to the stereotype, it died off way quicker than Texas Chainsaw or Friday the 13th. Don't get me wrong, I've loved all of these games, but the drought in content makes these games unbearable to play after about a month and a half. So, I do kind of agree with the stereotype they've been given, as sad as it is. When I first got wind of this Hellraiser game, I initially had no excitement for it. Then we got the announcement that it was going to be a single-player survival game, and now my excitement for the game is through the roof. I'm praying that this begins a new trend for the horror game genre, that we will finally get single-player games, maybe a Halloween game, maybe a single-player Scream game, another Friday the 13th game in the same vein as God of War, where we're playing as Jason, just destroying things. That would be so great for this genre. Now, there is something I must admit about the Hellraiser franchise. I have not seen a single movie from this franchise, and I know nothing about it. But after seeing the trailer for this game and the hype that it has around on social media, I'm now kind of interested and want to go check out these movies. Now I might try to catch up on all the Hellraiser movies before this game comes out so I can enjoy it to the maximum. So who knows, I may or may not like it. Name of the game is Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival. It's about Aiden trying to save his girlfriend who's been taken to a hellish dimension, and now he must use the power of the Genesis configuration to save her. Enemies are going to be Cenobites, and you're going to be able to travel from Earth to the Labyrinth, apparently Hell. Again, I haven't seen these movies, but I will check them out now. Gameplay will be a first-person action horror game with survival elements where players will use a combination of puzzle solving with the Genesis configuration, melee combat, and ranged weaponry. Everything that this game has announced so far, it does sound good, but I'm gonna wait until the game comes out to fully judge it. But I am kind of excited for this. We haven't had anything in the horror genre like this. Well, we have had something like this, but not with horror IPs, if that makes sense. We've had horror games exactly like this, with the same premises, but with a recognizable franchise. Sounds great. I don't want to sound like a broken record because I did say this earlier, but I do hope other horror IPs are inspired to do something similar like this. At the end of the day, we don't know if this game will be good or bad because it's not out yet, but we can hope it will be good and be happy that there's something new for the horror movie fans. That this franchise will do something different.